Hey guys out there in YouTube land, my name is Oppi, and I did some more coin searching here. It's been quite some time for me, a couple years. I just recently moved back to my hometown, so I was able to get back into it. Found a bank that's able to give me the coin demands that I want, and then also give me an instant return on my coin, which was really hard to find down in Lexington, Kentucky, where I was living. They just didn't have the coin machines. You had to send it in, and then you would get them back in a couple days. So today what I did is I went through 2 boxes of pennies and a box of nickels. The box of pennies that I went through, I was looking for pennies that were from 1981 or before, and any kind of wheat penny, any kind of flying eagle, anything cool that I could find there. I was able to pull, I think it was about, I think this is somewhere around $2.50 worth of copper pennies, and I just re-rolled them. I threw them back in the plastic. I don't know how else to kind of hold them. Not sure if I'm going to keep them or not. I've been reading a lot of things about how it's really not worth it, and then I've also read on the other side of the coin, if you want to say, that it is going to be worth it. And with Canada just recently getting rid of their penny, who knows what Congress is going to do. Maybe they'll make it legal to melt these things down, and then quite some people are going to cash out from them. I would never buy them at a premium, but just coin roll searching and then finding them, it might be worth it just to put a couple of them away. They're not very expensive. They're worth a penny. So you find a couple pounds of them, and it only costs you a few dollars to keep. So I just want to talk a little bit about some of the wheat pennies that I found, and then some of the other things that we could be looking for when we are searching. Obviously, we're looking for flying eagles, half cents. We're looking for pretty much anything that's out of the ordinary that we don't find every day. I was able to find some really cool old dates here. As you can see, there's a 1916 wheat penny, and then anything in the teens is going to be really neat, especially for me. Those are getting to be about 100 years old now. So this one's almost it's 2014 now, so that's 98 years old. So you can see on the back, this is why they call them the wheat penny. Obviously, they have the 2 ears of wheat on both sides of the back of the penny, and they're copper too, which I wouldn't really keep them for copper value. They are worth somewhere, depending on the penny, $1 to $4 or $5. Some of them even go up way more than that. As we'll talk about, is the 1955 double die penny, which is one of the most popular and most expensive pennies or errors out there. And I'll show you. I even found a couple 1955s. Was crossing my fingers, took a closer examination, and didn't luck out. So there's the 2 1955s that I found. There is one called the poor man's double die, which is just that 5 on the right will be a little. We'll have a little variation to the right of it, but that's still not the double strike, so it's really not that cool. And then let's see, 1955. So the pennies themselves, for wheat pennies anyway, the dates are 1908 all the way to 1958. So there's 50 years of these wheat pennies. So there's quite a bit of them. Let's talk a little bit about this hold here. Some people out there will actually put holes in these pennies because they're really cool. I mean, they're wheat pennies. They want to make jewelry out of them, put them on bracelets, things of that sort. So us as collectors, we really don't want to see anything like this. If this was in a really rare penny, we'd really just take all the value away from it. Even if they filled this hole here, which they do tend to do sometimes, it still wouldn't be worth what it is if it was in good condition. Some of the other pennies that I pulled out that I thought were pretty neat, wasn't really sure about this one. It seemed a little off-center to me. As you can see, the ridges on the left side, it kind of overlaps a little bit. I don't know if that's just from normal wear and tear. As it goes on, it goes from fat to really kind of skinny, and it looks like it's moved over to the right a little more than just a worn penny would be. So I just pulled it out. I'm not really sure if it's worth anything, but I will probably end up keeping it and putting it as a off-strike penny or something of that nature. Here's one that I found that I thought was really cool. I didn't know what it was at first. I looked it up online. Come to find out, that this stamp or these two stamps are just from private companies out there. Some of them will do them in bulk to try to up the premium, up the penny, sell them in, sell them online in rolls for quite a bit of money. And then also there's other companies out there that just do it for promotional reasons. But I still thought it was really cool. As you can see on the back, you can even see some of the outdenting there. As it's stamped, it pushes through to the back. But really neat. I'll probably add this to my collection too. It's not something I see every day, so pretty strange there. I pulled these two buggers out too. These are copper, but the reason I guess I'm specializing or looking at these is because they have a lot of detail for the year. There hasn't been a lot of wear and tear on these things. As you can see, there's some minor scratches, little superficial scratches, but nothing that's really horrible. You can see pretty much everything, every rim, every crease, everything on these. So I figured I'd pull them out and keep them in good condition. Other things that I tend to pull out of my pennies is obviously foreign currency. This happens from time to time. Some of them I kept, some of them I just threw right back in there. I kept the Canadian ones here, mostly because they're copper and the year is pretty old. They're 1960s, which is, getting older and older now. So, who knows? And also, Canada is not doing pennies anymore. So pretty soon here, I think it's in September, they're no longer going to be making these. You won't be able to get them from the bank at all. So as far as value goes, maybe someday in the future, someone's going to be looking for, a 1964, penny from Canada, all copper. Who knows? But I kept those. Also, one thing to mention is if you ever see the penny with the, I guess the ridges, the 12-sided here, where it's flat all the way around, those are always going to be copper. They're pretty good to keep anyway. They're not very heavy. Even just kind of feels like play money to me. I don't even know if they weigh full 2 grams. I'm sure they're less than that. Another cool thing that I found, the Commonwealth of Bahamas. So this one here, it has a neat design on it. I have tons of these, but I just really thought it was cool, and I know the bank is just going to throw it back to me once they sort it. Their machine will probably kick it out anyway. But you can see there's a flamingo on the right, and then swordfish on the left. Cool little crest in the middle, and then on the other side you got a starfish. Just a really neat penny. I like the design. I really understand why they're doing it. Being where they are geographically, it's kind of a neat coin there. So as far as pennies go, it did take me, for the 2 boxes that I went through, it was about 2 hours a piece, so that's about 4 hours of searching. That was quite a bit. But let's talk about the nickels a little bit here that I went through. So I did go through the whole nick, and again, these are Brinks, as you know in my older videos. Brinks is not my favorite to go through, but beggars can't be choosers, and I'm not driving an hour and a half away just to get some paper rolls. So with the nickels, I was essentially just looking for key dates that I didn't have anymore. Also, the occasional wartime nickel and a couple other things. But this was what I was able to pull out. So this is a war nickel. As you can see, it has the date. The other way to kind of guarantee that it is a war nickel is that you'll see the mint on the back. Again, I've covered that in other videos, but it was really neat to find. I was kind of expecting more. I only found one out of that whole box, but it was still something that I'm going to add to my collection. Here's something else. It's really neat. It's a proof, 1981 S proof nickel. As you can see, it's a lot different than what you'd normally see with a nickel. So the background's really shiny. The front, shiny too. You see on the back. I was looking up the value of these. They're going between, a bad condition somewhere around $1, good condition somewhere around $3 or $4. So just neat. It's a nickel, and it's worth a little more than what a normal nickel is worth. Again, the nickels did take me also about 2 hours to go through hand sorting. That's quite a bit of time to go through. I'm really a fan of dimes, quarters, and half dollars. The reason why is I can just look on the sides and then pull out the silver that I feel, or pull out the coins that I feel are silver pretty quickly. But this is fun to do too. You got a little extra time. You want to go through and find some, really old dates. And maybe build a collection of all the dates of every coin style. It's a lot of fun to do. The other couple, pennies and nickels that you're really looking for, there's some on there. There's some online that we'll kind of talk about. I guess what you're really looking for the nickels would be like the Indian heads, and we'll just pull up got my video right here. So you got your nickels that are buffalo nickels, and you can see the prices there. They do kind of vary. Some of them are worth quite a bit if you can find a rare one, and they're pretty neat. These are also cool. These are all key dates that you're looking for: 1912, 16, 18, 49, 54, 55, and those are the variations on the left there. So those are things that you're looking for. Liberty nickels are cool. The Shield nickels are cool. Just in general. So definitely go online, look at different things that could be worth something. These are the pennies here. You can definitely find these online. These are on www.coinstudy.com. So there's the half cent, the large cent, Flying Eagle, Indian head, Lincoln wheat, and the 2 cent. All really cool. Again, those are the things that you're going to be looking for when you're going through the pennies by hand. I just want to thank you guys for tuning into coin roll hunting with Oppi. I'm going to try to definitely get some more videos out there. I apologize for some of the quality on the last ones, and it's definitely going to improve from here on out. So thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.